it's often important to check if a cell contains anything and perform a function if it does. Here's how to do that using the ISBLANK function inside of if. So here in my spreadsheet, I have the simple time tracker: date, time in, time out, and a total time. The formula in total is just the time out minus the time in. That's it. That does mean that down here, where there's no data in clock in or clock out, it's outputting as 0, because it's saying blank minus blank equals 0. I don't want that. If there's no data in clock in and out, I want this to be blank. We're going to do the ISBLANK function to do this. So if ISBLANK C2, don't do anything. So what I'm doing here is saying if C2 is blank, then it'll go to the value if true, and I'm telling it to do nothing. If it's false, or in other words, if C2 contains something, then do the rest of the formula. Simple as that. Let me bring it down to all of them, and we can see that it does work. Here's the formula, outputting nothing. One thing to note is that ISBLANK considers the empty string as containing something. So if you have the output of another formula as a blank, an empty string, it will evaluate, it will say ISBLANK is false and continue on with the formula. So just something to be aware of there. Obviously, if you want, you can also put something into the value if true. So up here I could say if C5 is blank, then output, I don't know, no time logged. Otherwise, do C5 minus B5. So lots of things you can do with this, but use ISBLANK to check if a cell contains anything before your if logic tree.